Hi friends, look at this. Super excited about this tool. It is a new tool from Launch. So we are gonna get ready completely today. Say hey when you're hopping on. I'm doing this like all white aesthetic. I'll show you. Like a little white tennis skirt, white hat. But my hair is poofy. I went to bed with a wet head last night. I have already brushed through it, but still it did not touch it. So we're gonna put just a little bit of satin nectar gloss and a little bit of just a thermal heat protectant. So this is going to make your ends nice and glossy. Launch does have a big sale going on. Be sure you check that out. You can save up to 70%. New tools are excluded, but their new tools sell out fast. And today is the launch of this one. So I always say if you want one, then you better run. So just that alone, like a little bit of hair gloss, makes such a difference for frizz. So putting that in, that's gonna add shine. I will say just use like a pump or two, like not much bigger than a nickel size amount, or you will look greasy. So little goes a long way with this product. Good morning. Share this video. Comment, share below. They are going to be giving away one of their new GlamWaves today. Please be praying for you. You're about to move under a lot of stress. Kim, I just pray that you just feel like the love of Jesus and a community wrapped around you, that you feel like every stress that you have, that you just begin to feel peace in your life, because those days are hard. And sometimes all these people are going through days like that, and we have no idea. We run into people and we're like, oh, doing great. But really they may have a lot on their mind. And so, or a lot in their heart. And anybody today who just feels heavy, I just pray peace over your life and joy, and that you can like see the good in today. All right, here we go. So this tool is very adjustable. It is not a blow dryer. So a lot of you might wonder, what is the difference between a LaVolume and this? So a LaVolume is a blow dryer brush. You can use it on wet or dry hair, and you can freshen up your hair with it. You can give yourself a blowout with it, right? It is a hair dryer. This tool is not a hair dryer. This tool is like a curling iron brush. This is a titanium plate that gets up to 430 degrees, and it does have these little bristles, and it also has these little heated buds. And so basically this, you brush through your hair and it is just curling, shaping, whatever you want. And so so we're going to go through here, and I'm just going to take it, and we are going to, so I went to bed on a wet head last night, and so I'm just going to use this to kind of like make my hair nice and not, so it's going to, you know, when you straighten your hair with a flat iron, right? It gives you like a very straight look. This does not do that. This is going to allow you to have shape, body, all those things. And so, but there's a lot of different ways you can do. So you can just brush through it, right? You can also twist and get that way you have a little bit of tension. And I found this is kind of the easiest. And then I just like rotate. So this is, I'm just going to use this to give myself like, this is a great tool for those of you who are like, every time I use a flat iron, I burn myself. Every time I use a curling iron, I burn myself. Well, this is pretty forgiving and easy way to be able to use a tool, get the kinks out, you can also like lift at your roots, get a nice lift. We're just gonna play with it. And so kind of rotating, get a little bit of tension right here. The longer you hold it, the more your curls kind of gonna be. Okay. Sorry, it took a second to heat up. I was like, I just did this the other day. Why is it not? My curls were curling the other day. What happened? And it just takes a second to heat up. Okay, so just gonna go right through here. Take those sections. I'm gonna hold it for a minute because it does have that hot plate. And then you just, there we go. I did do my hair with this the other day. I got a lot of questions on like, what did you use? Because it's very bouncy, very full, very pretty. And I was like, it's a surprise coming soon. So if you were one of those people, you know, and this is the tool. So it is on back order until June the 7th. Just due to these things sell out fast. When a new product drops, they're just gone. And so, but you could go ahead and order it, and then as soon as it restocks, you would be the first to get it, and you don't have to worry about it selling out again. So, ooh, designed with negative ion technology to smooth out any frizz and add shine with each pass. So here we go. So it's just a brush so your hair doesn't get stuck in there. So I mean, if I were to go in here and just go like crazy, just like you would any round brush, I mean, you are capable of a wild party. But no, I just take it and I'm just taking a small section and whoop, and then going towards the back of my hair, just getting a little. So I don't have like my hair overlap. I have this section here and this goes around it. And so when I'm pulling on that, nothing's getting tangled at all. Good morning. So this is called the GlamWave. And it is just a new tool by Lunch. Dropped today. Be sure you check out while you're shopping and see, like, I can kind of rotate it like this, let it hold that curl for just a minute, and then I'm just going to kind of like spin it off, and then you can get curlier curls that way. So it just depends on how like wavy, curly, anything that you want. It's pretty quick and easy. So, all right. Amazing. Just spinning that hair. How good is that? So compared to just like, got a good amount of just natural frizz in my life. Again, you can brush your hair with this, but I find that it's better, like if this is more of a styling tool. So if you have a lot of tangles, brush out your tangles with a hairbrush. It's just gonna style better. If it dropped today, how can it be sold out? So they send out an email that says new tool alert. And so if a lot of people buy it, then even though it's just being shown, it's like Launch customers are savage. They just are like, I'm getting that. And so so it can easily sell out on first day. And that's not the first time that's ever happened with a tool. So that's why I always say, like, scoop it up while you can. Okay. Just taking these little sections. I pulled down more hair over here than I did over here. And so I'm just going to have to do more. The longer you hold these like curl, like holding it like this and rotating slowly, the tighter your curl is going to be. There really isn't like any tugging or anything. You just want a little bit of tension. So these are like very, if you can see like the consistency of this brush, it just like literally just glides through your hair. The volume is kind of the same. Like, I have thick, coarse, crazy hair, and I've never gotten tangled in a volume, ever. I will say, growing up, I did put a round brush in my mom's hair, and it was not like one of these. It was like one of the ones with the hard little brushes, and I was just like brushing like this, and we had to cut some of her hair out. But I was about 5. So with this, like, here, I'll even twist more like this, and you can see it just slides. It's so good. Like, I'm going to let my children use this, and if I was worried about it, I wouldn't. Yeah, because those bristles are just, they're not like, have you ever had any of, like, they're just like slippery. So they just, you put a tiny bit of tension, and then it just like goes smooth like butter. Okay. Look at this. So much weird new growth hair, where my hair has been damaged from going blonde, and so I've got like my little mullet going on back here, so I'm just going to get that under control first. Again, the longer you hold it, the tighter your curl. Going to the doctor. We'll check a replay later. Janice, I hope you have a good day and a good doctor's appointment. Drop a 1 if you're watching the live, and a 2 if you're watching the replay. So big kids come home from camp today. I'm so excited. So excited. I feel like camp, Christian did take his phone, but just use it for like emergency. So he did call me for like concession money, but they're not allowed to be on their phones. So it's like, I'm a pretty helicopter mom. I'm incredibly involved. I'm at everything, like, you know. And so summer camp is like going off to college is what I guess I imagined. It's like college with no phone. So you're like, okay, be careful, have a good time. And then in, you know, a few days they like report back. I know college will be a lot longer. I cannot even imagine that at this time in my life. But it's so bizarre because I'm like, I can't wait for them to come home today because I want to know like all the scoop. Like, did you make new friends? Did you have fun? What was your favorite thing? Like, how was church service? How was this? How was that? Like, all of it. Okay, so we are going, the back is where I need it. That's where I'm frizzy. It's where it's crazy. You can also see if I just wanted to like get a round curl, like if you have shorter hair and you just love like shaping your hair, this is gonna be amazing for you. But you can totally tell if I just wanted to get, I'm gonna practice back here just so I can show you. But if you just did not want curls, you just want like nice curved, smoothed out, like, you can totally do that as well. All right, here we go. Taking it. And it does not spin itself, you're rotating it. So you just, however you want, however long you want to hold it. that's how tight your curls are gonna be. So if you want your curls tighter, then hold it longer. If you want your curls looser, hold it less. I like to do a mix. So I like to have some curls that are a little tight. I like kind of held it in place a little longer, like rotated it a little slower. So I'm gonna have some curls that are a little tighter, and then I'm gonna have some that are a little looser. And for me, I just like that look. It gives you a little more dimension to your hair than everything looks the exact same. But I didn't have to use a separate tool for that. I just went slower. So you'll be able to tell that one is much tighter than this one. My hair feels so soft. Again, if you do it and you're like maybe I went really fast at this part, but I held it longer at the bottom. So if I want this top section to have a little tighter curl, then I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna hold it closer to my root. This is a perfect tool for short hair, but my hair is pretty long at this point and I have incredibly thick hair naturally and I have extensions. So I feel like, you know, don't rule it out. If you have long hair, you do not have to roll this one out. Okay. Where's everybody going on vacation? Anybody going on vacation this summer? Oh, it's my ring hitting the tool. Sorry if that's bothering somebody. It's me. There's no clicking noise. Sorry. That would be user error. I normally try and be really conscious. Sometimes certain noise, it's this one too. Certain noises, it's because you have to like lift your hands up to do this. Like you have to lift your fingers. So I guess every time I was lifting my finger, it was making a noise. Disney cruise. Oh, I want to take my kids on a Disney cruise so bad. Jamaica. Oh, Scottsdale. Oh my gosh, Mallory, you are going to love Scottsdale. Oh, I love like Scottsdale, Sedona, like Arizona. Oh my gosh, there's just so many good things to do. Such a good trip. Vacation? What is that? Right? We did like staycation for spring break, and then we did go skiing on Christmas. And so I'm like, man, it's been a minute. Oh, no vacation. You have to replace your home AC. I feel ya. That was our spring break. I was like, not an AC unit, but we just had a lot of just stuff come up, and I was like, I think a staycation is so good. Sometimes staycations are great. Actually, sometimes staycations are great. Like to relax, to not have any other plans, nothing you have to do. Sometimes staycations can actually be amazing. What do we think? Drop a heart below if you are loving the way this looks. I just love how it's like soft and bouncy, and I don't know, I just like it. Florida, then Nags Head, then Maine, then Dallas. Oh my gosh, Christy, you are gonna have the best time. Ah, Lisa, you're gonna come stay at the camp? My mom is up at the camp right now. She's been up there. She wanted to go up for Memorial Day, and so we blocked her off a cabin up at the camp, and we love it up there. We personally don't get to go up nearly as much as I wish. I feel like when you have 4 kids, if anybody else has 4 kids, you like know this. But when you have 4 kids, you're kind of like, you have to really want to go somewhere with 4 kids, because it is a lot, even to go up to our own cabins and up at the camp and be like, okay, we're going to stay there for 2 nights. It's like everything you have to get ready, especially having the baby, for 2 nights is so much. Okay, I'm gonna start here and rotate this way. I thought I would do more of like a Farrah Fawcett, I don't know, like look up at the front, and I'm just not digging it. So I'm gonna go back to what I was doing for the rest of them. This tool is amazing. Isn't that great? So it might take you a time or two to feel like where do you rotate it and how long do you hold it for your hair tight? But overall, I mean, it is a really, yeah, I like that way better. Okay, so if you're getting this and you're like, how did she use it? I take the tool, I go under my hair, kind of like smash into the bottom, and then I am just rotating, kind of like a little bit of a diagonal. Hold the hair there so that that part is getting nice and curled. Pull a little further, and I'm just rotating so that these curls. And then when I get to where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to have a curl and to end this thing, I just kind of pull and twist. And that will give you a beautiful curl. If you do one and you're like, I want that to be curlier, just take it up and rotate. I just love when my hair makes you feel beautiful. Yes. Okay, you can see where I've got some crazies going on. So we're gonna take care of that. Brushing out those tangles because your hair's just gonna look smoother. It's gonna work better without tangles. Yeah, it just glides through, seriously. Okay, I should have done like the shorter. I have two different layers of hair. I have my natural hair and I have extensions. So if you are like me, I'm gonna do the natural hair part first, and then I'm gonna do the extension just because one's really, really long and the other one's not. So the girls made slime last night. Bad idea. Why? I thought that would be fun. They asked, and normally we had a slime band at our house like for a while, and it was like no slime. No slime at our house. Like, sorry, I love you, no slime. Then I went to like, okay, you can do slime if it's outside, but we're throwing it away and you don't bring it in. Well, last night, it was just Lola and my niece Maya, and they are 11 and 9. And I was like, we'll do something special. What do you guys want to do? And they're like, make slime. I was like, okay. Like, we went to the store. We got like conditioner and baby lotion and cornstarch. And I was like, this is like good things happening. Well, they had a great time, but there's slime all in my kitchen runner. There's slime. I mean, it was the biggest mess. And I immediately, about 14 seconds into this project, I remembered why I don't do slime. I guess I had amnesia or something, and I just did not remember why we don't do slime in our house. And so, anyways, so if you're wondering, I saw your stories, I think I'm gonna do slime with my kids, and you're like thinking about it, run. Find something else. There's so many other things that you could do than slime. Seriously. Slime is messy. Okay, look at this. Like, are we not just loving like the beauty? If you find a piece, you're like, didn't curl that one. Let's go in here. Wrap a little twist. what is this called? This is called the GlamWave. It is a new tool that just dropped today. So we're almost on a Play-Doh band as well. So Veda is obsessed with Play-Doh. And why do we have to pick the messy toys? Like, you want to be a good mom, right? In your head, you're like, good moms do this. That's just in your head. That's just things you tell yourself. Like, I don't want to deprive them. They're not. They're fine. They are fine. She's going to be just fine. So I had to take her to the doctor yesterday. She got a mosquito bite on her eyelid. And, I didn't see it happen, but we believe it's a mosquito bite. She's got like a lot of little allergies. And it kind of had gotten swollen. So I did a teledoc, and they were like, you need to go in person. They were worried it might be cellulitis or cellulitis. So either way, it like can end up eating at the face and at the bone if you get an infection in your face. And so I'm like, wonderful. So we went to, do you ever have a day where you're like, you just keep finding out news like about all kinds of things, like, and you're like, am I on Punked? Like, do the teledoc. And she's like, I don't want to alarm you, but I think you need to go. So I took Veda to the doctor. It hasn't gotten to that point, thank the Lord. But they are going to put her on a heavy antibiotic for staph because it is infected, and they're worried, you don't want it to get to that point, and then we just have to keep watching her. Well, then she's like also kind of been sick, like just snotty coffee. And so I don't know, I just feel like it's been really, it's one of those things where you're like, it's just a mosquito bite. Like, how did it all of a sudden it just started swelling up like this? So scary. So just woke up this morning, her eye is better, and just having such a heart of gratitude that I'm like, oh, so glad. Like, where you just have these grateful moments that you're like, wasn't anything I was even worried about today. And then it kind of puts things into perspective. Like, okay, the other stuff I was worried about today. Yes, orbital, that's what they were worried about. Orbital cellulitis. Your daughter had that? Oh my gosh. So that's what they were worried about. And so they have her on an antibiotic, and they said that should fix it. That like it shouldn't progress, and that if it progresses at all or it's not looking better, that I need to just immediately take her to the ER. So, and I'm like, if they thought it looked bad yesterday, it looked horrible the day before. And so, just a little public service announcement. Google had said swelling around the eye was normal for 1 to 5-year-olds. But my gut was like, I think we should take her. And then, you're like, okay, you read Google and you're like, yeah, she's probably fine. Just trust your gut, like trust your instinct. If like, I really do, I felt so bad and I wish I had taken her a day sooner. Got something in my throat. Hate that. Also, Adam's truck has been in the shop, like getting some work done for the last week. And so we've been sharing a vehicle, and we have kids everywhere, things going on, I used to be a one vehicle family like a long time ago, and I stayed home with kids and I just didn't go anywhere throughout the day. I was like, okay, or we'd like go for a walk, and so, so challenging, when you don't have a car. And so a lot of the days I'm like, okay, we're gonna go do this, and then I got everyone ready and throw them in the throw them in the car, and I'm like, forgot your dad has the car, so we are not going anywhere. Or I'll hear, that's what just happened now, I just heard like the FedEx truck, like I have squeaky brakes, and so that's on my list, but we can't get those done until his car's back. So so I have squeaky brakes, and I thought he was back, and he's not. It's FedEx. And so I've done that so many times this week. I hear a car, and I guess subconsciously I'm like, Dad's back. He's not back. That was FedEx. Got some new rose bushes for my garden, and I bet that's what they're dropping off. All right, we're almost done with this. This is the GlamWave. Is this not so good? Like, it is so good. Such a pretty tool. I'm just gonna go through here anywhere that I feel like, oh, maybe I went too fast at the end. See how it's still frizzy? And you're like, why did that happen? Well, I didn't hold the heat on my hair long enough at the end. So just take your tool, and I'm going to show you what I put on as like a finishing spray. But again, this tool is on back order until 6/7. But if you order on back order, then you are the first to get it and you don't have to worry about it selling out again. So I'll show you a full little outfit and everything once I feel like the hair makes it, right? Hair makes everything. Boom. Okay, let's spray. That's when like all the magic happens. Healthy, shiny. If you aren't using Lunge's hair care or their hair masks, kind of like restoring your hair, especially light, medium, or heavy hold. I'm gonna do light today. Hear the difference? So this is Twa Chic 3-way hairspray. You can adjust if you want light, medium, or heavy hold. So this is our finished look. I was gonna wear this hat, but I'm feeling like my hair is just doing today. It is just, so here's with the hat, also cute. I don't think I need a hat. So save the hat for the messy hair day. Reapply my jewelry. Anyways, if you have questions about anything, send me a message. But Lunge transformed my hair, Amy said. Yes. So good. Look at this. Does that not just give you like the bounciest, most beautiful, like looks like you didn't try hair? It's my favorite. Where you're like, you get compliments. You're like, oh my gosh, your hair. You're like, thank you. Lunge. Okay. No hat. It's a good hair day. Anyways, hope you guys have a good day. Love you guys. See you on the next slide.